on Divorce Court today. The Repo-Man took his wife's advice and used social media to flirt with women and find their cars. Now Natasha thinks Andrew has mixed business with pleasure and is flirting for real. Natasha Franklin and Andrew Franklin have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Often couples come to me not for a divorce, but they say they've seen me and they like my advice and they want me to fix their spouse. And on occasion, I'm willing to do that. I was gonna do that for you, and you came in here with the most detailed divorce petition filed I have ever seen in my life. You have decided who's gonna take out what debt. You have the alimony and the consideration, the debt amount, the Insta credit. I mean, you got it all down. Have you seen this?
Apparently not.
I'm gonna let you see it because you're taking out all the debt. She has signed it. She has filed it. If you sign it, it happens. But she says she wants to put this on hold because if I can fix you, she wants to keep you. Basically, that's what we have. Okay. So, Ms. Franklin, I'm going to start with you. You say that your basic issue with Mr. Franklin is that of trust. Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, my husband likes to cheat numerous of times. First time, he said that he was going to help his cousin out of town, and lo and behold, I find out that he's not out of town helping no cousin. He's out of town doing other things that he ain't supposed to be doing, and this has happened several times.
Now, the first time he cheated, were you married already, or was he cheating while you were dating?
We were not married.
You were dating him.
Yes, and then after all of that came out, you know, I'm like, okay, you know.
All of that came out. What kind of cheat was it? Was it one chick, one time? Was it a long time with one chick, or a whole lot of chicks over a period of time?
Two.
Two women. Mm-hmm. Was it consistent with those two women, or just one?
Well, the one was just the one time. He went there, went out of town, and came back with me gifts and all of that, but I didn't know that that's what he was going to do. Then the second one, this is the ex, that after that I was like, you either gonna get it right or I'm leaving. And he made a promise that he was never gonna do that again. And
on that basis, you're married?
Yeah, because I do love him.
Mr. Franklin, did you have a little cheating problem even before the two of you got married?
I have never cheated on Natasha. Never. Even when I went out of town, that was, I'm gonna say, a business thing. Nothing went on. It was just about money.
So you're saying you never had intimacy with a woman outside of Miss Franklin since you've been dating?
No.
And haven't done it since you've been married?
No, ma'am.
Does she accuse you of it a lot?
Oh, every day.
Explain to me a circumstance where she accused you of cheating and it was just ridiculous.
Okay. I'm a recovery agent, and my job is to pick up cars. Her idea was to flirt with a young lady on social media. It worked. I got the car. She was sending the young lady messages, and after that, she'll go on my pages and say, "Oh, well, who is this chick you're talking to?" And then when I show her the repo order, she'll be like, "Well, you shouldn't be talking to her." Well, it was your idea.
Did you suggest that a good way to get a repo car was to flirt with the woman, and once he did, you got mad about it?
No. What happened was, he was like, hey, babe, I need to get this car because this girl is, you know, holding the car. And I was like, okay, well, let's just go get it, because if he need me to do something, I'm going to go and I'm going to help him. He was like, okay, so this is what we going to do.
You would square up on somebody,
yeah, because
wouldn't you?
When I'm with that's my man, I got his back. You understand?
Right, okay.
So I'm like, okay, let's go. So we goes. He like, okay, we pull over. And he was like, babe, so what I'm going to do? I was like, well, come on, let's think of something. I was like, you know, talk to her. And he was like, okay, I got it. I'm going to say that we going out. I said, okay, well, when we get there, she can't see me, so I'm going to duck down so that he can get the car. He was driving, so he was telling me what to text her. I'm just going off of it. But that was a long time. We're talking about before he was doing all that. I wouldn't have to look at his stuff and be all up in his business if he would keep his business between Mr. and Mrs.
Well, give me an example when you know he cheated on you. Not just suspected, you caught him, he admitted anything.
That's a lot of times. One time he was on there and he was talking to some girl, hey, boo, how you doing? You sexy. I'm hungry, can you feed me? Oh, yeah, oh, really? Oh, I'm the only person that should be feeding him. So...
Now, Mr. Franklin, did all that happen?
With that, a friend of mine, I had me ask Tasha, I love tuna. And I asked Tasha to make me some tuna. She said no. My friend of mine, she made some good tuna. So I asked her, can she make me some tuna? And Tasha seen the message, got mad, called her on the phone and everything, went off on her. What was I supposed to do?
Make your own tuna.
Never was tuna. Hey,
it's not that hard. Even I can make tuna and I can't cook.
Hey, boo, what you feeding me? Never in the conversation did he say, you're going to make me some tuna. I can cook real good.
You know, you can't call any woman other than your wife, boo.
Thank you.
First of all, that never happened. Now, her thing is, if you see a message and you call me baby, I can't control what come out your mouth. So,
so you're saying these women are coming at you with these words, but you're not reciprocating. If you see the conversation never went anywhere,
why are you complaining? Well, you should have told him, don't call me, call you that.
Now, Ms. Franklin, just be honest for a minute.
He's...
Are you reading into text emotions and feelings and actions that really just aren't there?
No, ma'am. Because he's saying that she called him boo. She was saying, I can verbatimly tell you, because he knows that my memory is great, I can give you dates and times. He says, hey, boo. She said, hey. And then he said, what, you ain't talking to me no more? And she said, no, you the one who acting funny. And then after that, that's when he said, are you gonna feed me? And she said, okay, when? And then it went off. So that lets me to know, now y'all talking on the phone with the cell phone. Because now by this time, you know, it's been got real intense. He ain't gonna put it out there like that. And I called them.
You called the women?
I done called one of them, yeah, and told them. That's how I make sure, because I don't never want to bring nothing to him on a suspect. When I come to him, he know I got the dates, the time, every instant. I got it all.
It's all out there.
All.
Next, the long ride back from Andrew's father's funeral turns ugly when Natasha starts to ask some questions. Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
So you say when you come to him with facts.
Yes.
Okay. There's an incident in the car in which you came to him with facts. Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, Andrew's father passed away, so we took a trip down to the funeral and everything. Mm-hmm. We were on the way back and turned the music down, and I just looked at him. And I asked him, I said, Andrew, I got a question for you. I said, if your friend, one of your good friends or your sister or somebody that you really, really want to help come to you and say, my husband cheating on me, what should I do? His response was, I'll tell her to pray. I said, what if she's prayed? What if she's cried? What if she's fasted? What if she's done all that? What would you tell her to do? I'll just tell her to keep praying. I said, okay. So then I said, what does unconditional love mean to you? He said, well, it's when you love somebody with the good and the bad. I said, oh, okay. And then he said, well, where are these questions coming from? I said, I just got questions. I said, I just want to clarify some things. I said, because we need to talk, me and you. So I kind of laid back down, and I just thought about what he said, and I said, when I get home, I'm going to whip that on him, and I'm going to tell him what I know. Because by that time, I had already knew that he was doing that, because when we was at the hotel, he was asleep after the funeral. And his phone was going off. I mean, texts, calls, all that. I just was like, all right. I said,
Well,
okay.
you know, his father just died.
Yeah.
And that's the time where people from hither and yon just reach out. And why would that be suspect?
It would be suspect because it's women that I don't know, and when you married, you're supposed to know all your husband's friends.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
And then it ain't saying how you doing. It's saying when you coming back in town, or we gonna meet up. That ain't, I'm sorry for your loss.
Mr. Franklin, do you recall the incident in the car?
I recall that incident.
Were
yeah.
you concerned when she started firing those questions at you?
No, because I had nothing to hide.
Why do you think she's so jealous? If you're not doing anything at all, why is she so jealous?
She's crazy.
That's my fault. I shouldn't ask. That was all my fault. Well, Mr. Franklin, you say that your wife has turned some of your family members against you.
She tried to.
And what was she doing?
She'll call my family and just try to put me down to my family like, oh, I'm sorry he's so stupid. I'm sorry he acted like Christmas. I'm sorry he acted the way he did. He acted a total butthead and all this other stuff. My family know how I am. I'm the reason my family get together.
Why are you the reason your family gets together?
Because I am who I am. And she tried to say my
What do
one...
you mean, you're the social guy? You're the one that keeps up with everybody?
I'm the fun. I have an uncle. He won't come to no family functions unless I'm there.
Because you
if
the
he do come, he's
entertainment.
going to stay for a few
I'm
minutes.
glad he brought that up.
Now, Ms. Franklin, what have you said to his family, if anything at all?
This is what happened. Andrew likes to joan, and he likes to make a couple
He
of
likes to what?
He likes to joan on, you know, like when everybody get together, be like, your mama's so fat, this. He likes to do that.
Play
but
the
he
dozens.
takes,
I got you. That's
takes
old school.
it-
Okay.
When, you know how you just take it fun like that?
Right.
He takes it to $1 million. He takes that to $1 million. And we had a family gathering, and he was joning, and he made a couple people feel uncomfortable. And to be exact, they called me. And they was like, get your husband under control. I said, I'm trying. And then so in my fixing, what I told him was, I'm sorry that you felt that way. It's not dogging him, it's me standing up. I'm married to him, so I got to take the good with the bad.
Right.
And if somebody come to me and say something, no, I'm not gonna say, oh, well, you know, he shouldn't have did that. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry
you felt that way. Right.
because I'm trying to cover up for him, but he takes it to $1 million.
Gotcha.
And don't know when to stop. And I be like trying to
hold him back and rein him in and keep it together.
Like on Thanksgiving, we went to a family gathering, his side of the family, you know, and his one auntie, he made her feel so bad she was crying. So by the time I get back, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take my husband on up out of here because he's acting like he acting.
Right.
So I'm like, let's go. Let's get out of here right now. And afterwards, everybody was like, oh, I'm so glad because somebody else was going to come and he was going to join them real bad. So.
Okay, I got it. I got the picture. I got the picture.
When Divorce Court continues, money, women, and chatting with prisoners, will Natasha add even more to this list?
Natasha suspects that Andrew is cheating. Should she be suspicious of his behavior? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Now, Mr. Franklin, as I said earlier, Mrs. Franklin has come here fully petitioned with you taking out all the debt, $12,000 of debt out of the marriage and no money and everything. And I'm going to make sure you see that because I think she hasn't served you, but because you'd be more upset. But you say in your papers that she acts like she's in charge at the household. She wears the pants in the family, and you would like her to back up off that.
Yeah. Tasha, she...
Give me a story where you feel she was overbearing or controlling or just out of pocket.
Okay. Not only do I do repossessions, but I have my own roadside assistant business. And with that, I usually give Tasha my whole check to pay the bills. Of course, I don't pay bills, so she's gonna say I don't pay bills, but that's that. So I give her my whole check, and I come to her for gas. She give me $10, $20 here. The hell, I get an oil change every week. That's how much driving I do. $10, $20 a day ain't gonna do nothing. So when I stop giving Tasha my check, that's when all the problems come in.
Was he giving you his entire check to pay the bills?
Yes, he was.
And were you nickel and diming him on the gas money?
I was nickeling and diming him on the gas money because all of a sudden someone called me and I found the receipts of him taking somebody to the restaurant that they went to.
There's a lot of restaurants.
And I have the pictures to show it.
Pictures to show what?
Him and her sitting down for lunch while I'm at work, so that's why I only gave him $20 for gas.
Who took the picture?
When I got the phone, I got the number, I called, and I'm like, the number called, and it said, what you doing today? And I text back. They never text back, so I called. I said, who you looking for? Andrew. I said, you know he married? Oh, he didn't ever tell me he was married. I said, oh yeah, he is married. So, you know, of course, they start running it down, telling me everything about what he's done, where they've been, and all of that. So then that leads me back to say, while I'm at work in the morning, working, making money, you taking people out to eat and all that?
Did she tell you about all that? She obviously believes that she spoke to this woman and that she ran it down what you and she were doing.
Yeah, he fixed her garage and everything and then took the mattress that she gave him to his mama's house.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember that.
Oh.
Were you sleeping with her?
No, I was not.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
Mr. Franklin, you're checked out, completely out of the marriage. I think you probably have been fooling around. I think she's caught you a couple of times, but you're going to be like that song, you know? It wasn't me. No matter what happens, it wasn't me. So, Ms. Franklin, I can't fix somebody who's not looking to get fixed.
And that's fine.
So this is what you need to know about the settlement that she wants from you and the nature of it. She's seeking all $12,000 of debt that's in the marriage, that you should take that all out. And she also wants me to give you another $500 for contribution she made to your repossession business. Am I accurate about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
With that money didn't come from her pocket. So how is she entitled to that?
Well, let's talk. She's going to tell me what it is, and you're going to respond. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Mrs. Franklin. Tell me what $500 you think you ought to take in addition to him taking all the debt out of the marriage.
Ever since we've been married, I have did nothing but financially supported him in all of his crazy adventures. The reason why he has this business is not because he forked up the money. It's because I forked up the money. And everything needs to be paid back to me because I put all of my all into everything. And then when he did get the business, he didn't put both of our names. He put just his name. So that's why I'm seeking the money back.
Okay.
Because if he'd have put both of our names, I would have been fine with it.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. He hasn't seen that before. He
No.
has to be served with papers in order to have an opportunity to respond appropriately. Because I know you wanted me to finish it today, have it signed, and have the divorce happen. He needs to talk to an attorney. Oh, put your finger down. You're not signing anything today.
Okay.
Because I know you didn't see that. Because I know I'm going to delay it all. Oh, what?
But this her car.
I get that. I read it. I get it. But you need to delay this proceeding. You need to get an attorney. You need to rework the terms of that agreement so a judge will actually sign off on it, because I can't have you do that here today, because she's asking for stuff I don't think she's entitled to. But if you sign off on it today, she gets it no matter what. You see what I'm saying? There you go. That's all I got to say. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
And Andrew agrees with the judge's ruling and will have a lawyer review the final divorce documents before he signs them. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.